Is it a round or is it a coin? Is it collected for its bullion value or its numismatic value? It's beautiful and mysterious, and that adds to the allure. Let's talk about Mexican Libertads. Hey, this is Tia, and you're in the place to be for education and acquisition. So glad you could join me as we take this silver journey together. If you have a feeling you're going to like this video, please tap the thumbs up and like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Well, let me start by stating that I'm not the foremost expert in Mexican Libertads. I will share what I know about my favorite coin to stack and collect. Stacking and collecting are two different things, and I do both. Therefore, I consider myself a stack collector. First, how do you pronounce Libertad? It is a Mexican coin after all, so the Spanish pronunciation is Libertad. So you could walk into your local coin shop and ask for Libertades, or you could ask for Libertads, which is the way they are most commonly called here in the USA. I generally call them Libertads, which is kind of a mashup of the Spanish and English pronunciation. Libertads are made at the oldest mint in the Americas, La Casa de Moneda de Mexico, aka the Mexican Mint, which started in 1535, just a short time after Cortez began exploiting the land of what is now called Mexico and its people for silver and gold and other precious commodities. The Silver Libertad series began in 1982. This is the little guy who got it all started. The Mexican Libertad has changed over the years since its inception. Let's start with the old school libs. Here's the 1983. They have a reverse with the Angel of Independence standing upon a victory column facing frontward, with the Mexican coat of arms on the obverse. This is a depiction of the Monumento de la Independencia. This iconic structure can be found in Mexico City, and I'm blessed to have had the opportunity to personally see it. You'd think the angel would be on the obverse, but it's on the reverse. You'll also notice that around the edge of the lib, which they are commonly called, you'll find the words Independencia y Libertad. As time went on, the edge of the coin changed from the smooth edge with those words to the reeded edges like you see here. Personally, I like how they look in a tube with the words on the edge. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's like eye candy. In 2000, the obverse was changed and the coat of arms was made smaller and placed in the middle, surrounded by the 9 previous versions of the Mexican coat of arms. Both beautiful in their own ways. The modern lib has the Angel of Independence standing at an angle facing the 3 o'clock position, still raising a wreath in her right hand while holding broken chains signifying freedom from Spain in her left. The reverse of this coin is not only beautiful, but it is intriguing because it honors the history of the Mexican people. History and legend can be found in its artwork and design. So much so that I believe a more in-depth look may be required in a future video. I'm currently working on a collection of Libertads from 1982 to 2020. Here's my list, and I found it quite the challenge to find and purchase an example of each year. I won't show you my whole collection, but here is my favorite. The elusive 1998. This, my friends, has the lowest mintage in the entire collection. 67,000 produced. 1998 was a tough one to obtain. As a matter of fact, over the summer, I sold on eBay a LeBron James rookie card just to obtain this coin. I think I did okay. Here's where I have personally purchased libs. For starters, local coin shops. The big advantage here is that you can see the coin and negotiate the price. I have 3 main coin shops in my area. One of them has a big hoard, but they are ridiculously priced. The second has very reasonable prices, but a small selection. The third usually has some to choose from, but the prices vary. So as you can see, it's hit and miss, and the best thing to do is stop in from time to time and simply look for them. Once you've narrowed it down and you've collected a decent amount of them, filling in those gaps is quite the challenge. And to me, it happens to be a lot of fun. My second source is eBay, and the convenience factor is a big draw. That being said, I don't know if it's coin collecting in general or what, but Libertad seem to be becoming wildly popular and more expensive on eBay as time goes by. Perhaps one of my favorite places to find libs is on Facebook auctions. I participate in approximately 3 to 4 auctions per week. Whenever Libertad surface, I'm a player, and when it's a year I need, I go after it. Often, if the price is right, I'll purchase a couple here or there, even if I already have that year in my collection, just to add to my stack. I've only attended 1 coin show in my area since March, and of course, I was on the hunt for libs. The show had approximately 30 dealers, and I saw tables and tables of Morgans and ASEs and peace dollars and rounds and a million different other coins. But you know what? I only found 1 dealer who had a small handful of libs. Collectors from around the world have coveted this coin for its sheer beauty and intrigue. That is why this bullion coin holds such a high premium. And it is my personal opinion that this premium will continue to rise as demand is high and supply is low. In 2019, there were around 400,000 Libertads produced. In that same year, if you want to compare American Silver Eagles, there were nearly 15 million produced. Throughout its history, a relatively small amount of Libertads have been produced, with the lowest mintage of 67,000 coming in 1998. This is the key date of the collection, and I feel very privileged to own one. So how can you obtain a 2020 Mexican Libertad? Well, it's not going to be easy. The estimated mintage for this year is only around 300,000, so good luck. Currently, I have 3 purchased that I overpaid for on eBay. I purchased them months ago on the promise that my plunking down $48 each would result in me holding a 2020 right here in my hand. I hope I didn't get ripped off. Just yesterday, the Silver Bean Counter told me in a reply to a comment in one of his videos that they could be purchased from Modern Coin Mart. I went to their website this very morning, and I got 5 in my cart. And then I got distracted, and I couldn't complete the purchase. When I came back to my computer, to my dismay, they were sold out. I even called. Man, was I upset with myself. So thank you, Silver Bean Counter. You put me on them, and I was just too slow. My next door neighbor happens to be from Mexico. He's doing me a favor and asking some family members down near Mexico City if they can find me any Libertads. I'll have to let you know how that pans out later. The beauty of the Mexican Libertad is appreciated around the world. Now, after all this discussion we've already had about the beauty of the Mexican Libertad, there is still an elephant lingering in the room. How can I spend all this time talking about the Mexican Libertad without mentioning two things that make this coin so beautiful and unique? Of course, I'm referring to the beautiful pair of volcanoes in the background, Popocatépetl and Iztaccíhuatl. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to spend more time with me, T the Silver Stacker. If you know of a place to obtain the 2020 Mexican Libertad, please let the rest of us know in the comments section. Gracias for watching. Adios.